Hello, I'm Lottie Jade and you're watching Femme Fatale TV.
Hi Lottie, thank you so much for performing for us today. So what is it that you performed? What song?
My new single Love, which is out right now on all musical platforms. I was really excited to perform it today. I just thought it was the right song to pick, especially with the whole female empowerment and loving each other. I thought it was the perfect song.
What inspired that song?
So love is about showing appreciation, not just to your partner, but to your friends, to your family. I feel like in today's fast-paced world, especially with social media, we don't always get the chance to tell our friends how much we appreciate them. So it's a song just to remind your friends that you're there for them, you care for them, and if they need you, that you'll always be by their side.
It's amazing. So how long have you been a singer?
Gosh, for a very long time, since I was small. But I didn't start off with singing R&B. I started off with musical theatre. So my mum put me into Saturday classes, and then I went to the Brit School and studied musical theatre for 4 years. And I think it was kind of there that I developed my love for songwriting. But I started off for writing for other people, and it wasn't actually R&B to start off with. I was doing kind of garage and a bit of rap and all these different things. And then I think it got to a point where I was like, I want to try this for myself, you know. And the love for R&B is there. I think everyone has a soft spot for the R&B, and I just think it felt very naturally for me to be a part of that genre. Yeah.
That was my next question about your sound and genre, so I'm glad that you covered that. So if you wasn't a singer, what else would you have wanted to be?
Oh, that's such a good question. Okay, so if I wasn't a singer, I would have gone into working with youth, so youth mentoring, behaviour management, safeguarding, anything to kind of do with looking after young people would have definitely been my field.
Amazing. So who inspired you?
I think musically, as I've kind of found my sound, I would say artists like Snow Allegra, Cleo Soul, Daniel Caesar, artists who may not have always followed what everyone else was doing but found their own lane and have always been really authentic and stuck to what they've enjoyed. I've always really loved Britney Spears growing up as well. She really inspired me for her work ethic and her performance growing up, and I actually finished reading her book quite recently that I got for Christmas, and it was really interesting to see all the struggles she went through with things like motherhood and bad media and things like that, and how she kind of overcame that. So yeah, I'd definitely say her. I feel like in life, which kind of inputs into my music, I'd say my little sister does. She's a mum, she's a wonderful mother to my nephew, and she also has her own business, and I think it's just really inspiring to see that she didn't let anyone's opinions get in the way of what a wonderful job she's done. And I think, you know, bringing that into my music, it's the same thing, you know, it's not always going to be easy, people are going to have their opinions, but she's so determined, and I feel like that's the same for me with my music as well.
That is amazing. So this is quite a difficult question. What songs, if not three, let's just say 3 songs, embody female empowerment for you?
Oh, wow. Do you know, I'm going to start with TLC No Scrubs. I love that song. I just think it's so just women, it's forget the men, you can do it, you know what you deserve. I think I love Flow at the moment as well. I'm going to say Cardboard Box, which is their first single they brought out, because I think with Flow, we're very similar in age, and I think I love the female empowerment of the 3 of them together. And once again, Cardboard Box is very much, you've messed around with me, I'm not going to stick with that anymore. I think they're amazing. And let me think, for my 3rd female empowerment, I'm going to go with Jessie J, Who's Laughing Now. Quite an old school song, but I think the message behind it, literally what I was talking about in terms of not listening to other people, sticking with what you know and what you love, and then karma comes back around and you're like, I told you so, I was going to do this, I am great, I am amazing. I think Jessie J is fabulous. So yeah, definitely those 3 songs for me.
Oh, I love your musical palette, I really do. So what message do you want listeners to take away from your music, or from especially your single Love?
I think the message is just to slow down a little bit and appreciate what's in front of you. Like I said, I think we're all so fast paced in this world, and I think it's really important that the little things are looked at just as much as the big things. You know, the small things tend to make you the most happiest, and you may not realize it at the start, but when you look back and you think, oh, you know, this made me happy, this made me happy. It's not always the materialistic things. It's, like I said, just showing your friends that you love them, appreciating them.
So how have people reacted to your single on social media?
Do you know what? I think the reaction was really lovely, because I took a while off music whilst I was studying at university, and I wasn't really sure how getting back into music would be, especially obviously it's been 4 years. But the reaction has been wonderful, and I think because of the message in this song, it's been just so positive, and I I guess I presumed it was going to be more from the female side, but it's actually not been. It's been a really nice mix. I've seen like fathers playing it for their daughters in the car on the way to school, girls playing it for their girls sending it to their girls. Like, it's just been really nice to see that the community have really opened up and allowed me to make music that maybe I wasn't making a while back. And like I said, I feel like I've definitely found my niche now, so to know that it's being accepted is a great feeling.
Okay, so I'm going to talk a bit about your music as well now. So any collaborations to be had or for us to look forward to?
I'm not gonna lie to you, not right now. I think where I've just finished off my EP, I think this year was definitely just for me to find my sound first again. Because I've been doing music for a while, we kind of dipped in and out of different genres for quite a long time, especially when I was a bit younger, and it was always trying to find what was my thing. So I'm quite blessed where I've been able to try different materials and different genres. But right now I'm just happy doing my own thing. I think if a collaboration came along, I know who I would love to collaborate with, but if that happened, then I would definitely be down. But for right now, I think I'm just really happy just figuring out my lane and figuring out what I enjoy. Yeah.
Well, I'm glad you touched on who you would love to collaborate with, because that's one of our questions. Is there anyone that you would love, especially female, but like in general,
Yes.
any artists you'd love to collaborate with?
Ray.
Yeah,
Ray.
Yeah.
Like, it's so strange because when I was at university, so this was like 4 years ago, none of my friends knew who Ray was. And I knew Ray because I went to the Brit school. She was the year above me at Brit. And I'll never forget when she sang Amazing Grace a cappella in our Black History Month assembly. And I was like, I want to be just like her. And I just always followed her since then, even before kind of her rebranch of what she's up to now. This is more like when she was in her pop kind of dance music. And she was also the first person I went to go and see in concert by myself. Because I was like, I'm not missing this. When she came to Birmingham, I was like, I'm going. So I would definitely say, even if it was just like songwriting tips from her, I would love Jessie J. I know she doesn't really make music anymore, but I think just from a songwriting point of view, I think that would be absolutely amazing. Someone like the Cleo Soul, Snow Allegra would just be insane, honestly.
Amazing. So what's the title of your EP and when's it coming out?
It's called Almost Grown. I mean, the title's quite self-explanatory. It's pretty much about going from being a young woman transitioning into an older woman, I suppose you could say. Kind of my experiences throughout university, kind of just that independence of when you leave home, the world is now your oyster. You know, you move to a whole new city, you decide who you're friends with, you decide what you do with your spare time, and it kind of just talks about the good, the bad, what maybe I wish I had done, what I didn't do. You know, it just kind of that journey of your mid-20s, I suppose. And it's coming out in the next few months, so that's really exciting.
That's very exciting. Where can we see you perform next?
Well, we will be having an EP launch party. We haven't confirmed where, but I'm presuming it's going to be somewhere in like Soho, Camden, kind of where the music scene is. But that's really exciting. We had a show about a week and a half ago in South Bank, which was beautiful as well. So kind of just here and there. I think you just got to be following on the socials to find where we're going to be, you know, because it's just, could be anywhere, you know. So
I love that. I love that you're active. And our last question for you, because you've been an amazing guest.
Thank you.
Absolutely fantastic answers.
Thank you so much.
What is your favourite F word?
I'm going to say my favourite F word is fabulous, because I think every day should be fabulous. And even if you're not feeling it, find something that makes you feel it in your day. Don't have a dull day, because you don't know what could happen. You know, I think you should live every day knowing that you went to sleep with something good that happened in your day.
And can I just tell you before we cut this interview that you look absolutely fabulous.
Thank you.
And I don't know if you want to tell the viewers a little bit about your outfit or your ensemble, but like you can tell a little bit.
So this is what we're dealing with today. It is absolutely stunning, and I must say I was a bit overwhelmed to wear it to start with. But I just feel like a princess. I feel really empowered. Like, I don't even, like, it's just not something I would normally wear, but I think this might have to be something that I start wearing a bit more often. I've got the heels on as well. I'm normally a trainer girl, so I'm just glammed up, the makeup. Shout out to Hubba BC on the beautiful dress and Abby for the stunning makeup.